Lynne Ramsay's harrowing new thriller You're Never Truly Here feels like a violent vigilante thriller proposed via an art house prism. It's both relentlessly gloomy and officially experimental, fueled by an exceptionally raw, unself-conscious performance by Joaquin Phoenix that feels as charged as Exposed Nerve. Despite all of that, it is also a little inscrutable, occasionally too abstract and oblique to fully participate with, admirable more than absorbing.
Phoenix plays a man named Joe. Quiet, haunted, and looking aged beyond his years by a bushy, salt-and-pepper mountain man beard, this loner first appears in a nondescript Skid Row motel room as he's tidying up what seems to be the aftermath of a grisly crime scene. He washes blood from a hammer, burns the smiling school photo of a young girl, and snuffs out the flames with a Gideon's Bible taken from the nightstand drawer. On the soundtrack, Johnny Greenwood's dissonant, discordant sonic cues hip you to Joe's disheveled mental state. The setup seems to indicate we're about to witness Phoenix's take on Travis Bickle, that righteous and disturbed avenger of New York's scuzzy mean streets and Martin Scorsese's Taxi Driver.
And that thematic link gets stronger when we learn that Joe isn't some sort of serial killer, as we're initially decoyed into thinking, but rather a for-hire rescuer of young women, runaways sucked into the sex trade or as the zonked-out plaything hostages of sicko creeps. He's on the side of good, even if his methods are brutal and seem to take a heavy spiritual toll on him. Then again, maybe he was damaged beforehand. It's hard to say. A few brief flashbacks to Joe's past don't help fill in the gaps much.
Phoenix seems perfectly casting Ramsay's grim and impressionistic death trip of a film. The director and her star are both experimentalists. When given enough rope, there's no knowing how far and how deep an actor like Phoenix will descend for a role, ever precariously balancing on the high wire between method and madness. He may be the most wildly unpredictable movie star in cinema today. It's worth noting that he won the Best Actor award at Cannes for his performance in the film. Ramsay, the Scottish director of 2002's wonderful but underseen Morven Kayar and 2011's deeply unsettling We Need to Talk About Kevin, is a singular filmmaker, a true original. Even if you don't respond to her style, there's no denying the precision and artistry behind it. Here, the two make a perfect team, simpatico in their narrative daring.
Based on a slim novella by Jonathan Ames, You Were Never Really Here is a movie of showing not telling. Phoenix only seems to have a few lines in the film, but he manages to express an entire inner world through his mannerisms and thousand-yard Warvet stare. In the end, there's no question that what you're watching is a masterfully made movie, albeit one that's easier to admire from afar than up close. Whether intentional or not, the film keeps you at an arm's length, never letting you get too close, too connected. Then again, considering the state of Joe's mind, maybe that's for the best. B.